Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am the one, the only Matic B. Movie, sitting here with the Undertaker. I'm sorry, B. Brown.
I am in mourning.
Why are you in
I
mourning?
can't give a hey to the people. I'm not V. Brown. I am Brolania Trump.
Brolania Trump.
I'm in mourning for America. The soon demise of what's to come. I'm wearing my pearls for Kamala because we should be saying President Kamala.
According to who?
Happy New Year. Can we say happy?
Shout out Donald Trump. I was at the inauguration. At the time of my life.
Listen.
At the time of my life, hold on, we being very rude.
Yes, please.
Hold on, because we got to stamp something. Go ahead, stamp it, brother.
Welcome. My antics are done for now. Welcome officially to the Quick 15 family. Brother Reese, y'all.
Hey.
So,
round of applause.
One more time. For the people in the back.
For the people in the back. He's here. He's with us.
We apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We got him for cheap. We got him for 2 day sodas in the Puerto Rican store hoagie.
Hey, you want my pearls?
I get to wear the pearls. I got your glasses already. The glasses on that look like I bring a completely different dynamic. I can't see with these.
See, I told you, glasses make you look smart.
Now I look like I stand out on stages and yell at
you look like
women.
You do poetry.
Yeah.
My brother.
I'm glad be here on a Quick 15. Say some nice things, some things that's mean.
Come on,
got the shades on because they looking clean. Like and subscribe because I know you seen.
See, you know what to do. You know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button right now.
Nah, seriously, I'm honored, man. I'm honored to join.
Now, you see this shirt I wear. Everybody know about the journey. We had 137,000 subscribers, right? So here's the goal. You see that plaque behind Reese? That belongs to the journey. We trying to get another one on the opposite side.
Yes, in the name of a Quick 15.
So we need y'all to hit that subscribe bell as many times as possible. Send it to your friends, your sneaky link, all of them, everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you can get your dogs and cats pages, you do that. You know what I'm saying? We need 2 plaques back there, not just one.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful plaque. You know what I'm saying?
It is. It's so shiny.
One day I want to bring it close so you can see my name.
It's so shiny.
Now that the bullshit is out the way, what do you got on the topic, Brown?
Brother Reese got the topic.
Ooh, I get the topic today.
You got the topic.
Now, let's have fun with this one.
Yes, sir.
Let's start off with, do you think people actually want better for themselves?
Actions speak louder than words. I know we often say things that we want, say things we desire, but what are we doing? Are we taking those necessary steps? Are we acknowledging problems, pathologies, acknowledging the man or the woman in the mirror, and all those flaws? And are we ready to be that better person? It's a lot. We might say what we want, but are we, as Ayala would say, are we doing the work, beloved? Are you doing the work?
Are
you speechless for the first time?
No, you go ahead, go. You know, my shit you don't want me to do that.
It gets gritty.
I ask because I feel like people always say they want stuff, but how many times have you found someone and you're like, oh, I'm not working. You say, oh, go apply to this job. And the first thing they say is, oh, I read it. I don't qualify. Oh, I don't want to do that. And you're like, well, you got nothing right now. Like, do you want better? Hey, I want to make money. Okay, cool. What are you doing? You sitting on your ass every day. Like, are you on Indeed, LinkedIn? Are you like making connections, going to networking events? What are you doing to achieve the things that you want? Or do you say stuff because it sounds good out loud? And I think that sometimes we like, this sounds good out loud. I can't be a person without drive in the public eye, so I'll say this. but what am I doing to become what it is that I'm saying I want, right? Like you sing. If you say, hey, I want to be a singer, okay. When's the last time you dropped some music? No shots. When's the last time, you dropped some music?
Last year, March, yeah, but okay.
No, you get it right.
Shut it.
Punch him harder.
It's been a turbulent year, but we'll another topic. It's another topic.
Judging by what I see, I don't believe people. I don't believe a lot of people want better. I do not believe people want better. It's like this, right? You can see like you can be associated with a person, and you can hear them say all the things they want. And I'm like, if you're a helping type of person, and you say, hey, bro, well, listen, if you need any help, I can help you with X, Y, and Z because I've done that. I got the blueprint to that, and so forth and so on. After you say that to them, you never hear about it again. Mm-hmm. That topic never comes up again. They moved on to the next thing. So I never, and I'm like, I experienced this a ton of times, and I don't ever, these guys don't want better. I'm like, you can't possibly want better. Because, I mean, when somebody put an offer on the table and willing to help you, and then you ignore it, you really want help. You really want help, bro. For real. Like, I mean, I'm like, I'm a person, my flaw is not asking for help. I believe I could do everything on my own. Brown knows that. Brown tell me, like, you could tell me, motherfucker, I would do it. But I'm one of them people that believe that I can do it. I can do it. I can handle it. So when I see somebody not trying, it burns me up. It burns me up. And I see more people not trying than I see people that are trying. I have a lot worse to say, but I'm not going to say that. This is Sunday. This is God's day.
Well, I mean, and I guess to go back to one of the things you mentioned, like you were saying examples, like if you want better, you want a better job, why aren't you on Indeed, LinkedIn, or I got a plug. Like, I'm gonna drop your name over here, and you immediately count yourself out. I think with examples like that, it's like some people know what they're qualified for, and not to make an excuse, but and that's not always counting yourself out either. I think that's just being honest with yourself. Like, you know what? As much as I want something else, I know I can't do that. Just because you might have the inside to that, I'm not going to mess this up. I'm not going to embarrass myself, or I know I can't do this. And then there's also some folks who say they want something, but they're not going to settle for something else just because they have nothing. I've heard someone say that before. To some of us, that's crazy. But what if you jump into something? Like, I feel like I did that before. I jumped into a job because the unemployment ran out, and the money I pulled out from somewhere from savings and shit, that was depleting. I'm like, well, I took the first thing that came to me, and it was some bullshit. It was some straight up bullshit. Half the money that I was making before, half the money I was worth, but just so that I could pay the rent, just so I could say I'm not unemployed. I took something that was basically beneath me, just because. So I don't know. I kind of respect people more who step out on faith and don't settle just because they have nothing. I think sometimes you probably should just wait until you get the feeling, you see the thing that you really want and go for it, the thing that you really qualify for, the thing that speaks to you right here. That's when you make your move. I applaud people for that.
Why can't you just quit? If this thing you want to pop up, why can't you just quit?
Well, that also looks good. That also doesn't look good when you have a job history of job hopping.
Who said that?
Try to look.
That's a one-off.
Recruiters.
That's a one-off.
Recruiters or interviewers. There's some folks who still look at that. As far as I've heard.
You gotta be mindful with a job
hate interviewing, so I don't know.
But people get so afraid of being rejected that they don't even put the application in. And that's the people, I'm like, well, what's the worst that could happen? They don't hire you, and you're in the same position you are today. But if you really talking about doing the work, if you do the work, you cannot get a job, and it can have nothing to do with your qualifications as an employee. It can have everything to do with their budget. It can have everything to do with the fact that like they thought that they was going to have this amount of money to hire somebody, and then the budget got cut. It could be that you were great, but somebody was just a little bit better and cheaper. You know what I mean? Like you coming and saying you want $100K, you coming and saying I'll do the same job for $50K. You was a better candidate, but $50K is 50. You know what I mean? He coming in $50K
like who they gonna
cheaper,
go for?
right? Like
Right.
so.
Your point on that applying part. I was a director at St. Christopher Hospital from what was it, 2010 to almost 2013. I never did that job in my life. I just applied.
Mhm.
I knew damn well I wasn't qualified for that job. I didn't know nothing about it.
Mhm.
For some reason,
You went in and you
they
sold
hired
yourself.
me. They hired me. I ain't know nothing. So that's why I said when you said that, to your point, like the not applying is crazy to me. Like I'm like, I ain't understand. I'm like, you think I wasn't gonna try to do that job
Right.
though? And the only reason I started working there because that's when they changed St. Christopher's around.
Mhm.
They rebuilt it.
Did a woman interview you?
Nah, man. Yeah, usually that's how I usually get my
Did a
job.
punk interview you?
As a woman, if a woman
Did he sound a
interview, I'm
little
getting
spicy?
that job. You
Did
already
he,
know it.
did he
I've
have
done
some
that.
S's and
Huh?
T's? Did a man
No, it
talking
was
like this? Did he interview
He
you?
was a real street nigga though.
It was Real Street? Oh, okay.
Real street
So then he
nigga.
recognized you.
Yeah,
All right.
you know what I'm saying? Basically, he's
right.
like,
Like, nigga, you came.
What's a quote once that said, "Don't fear failure, fear not taking a chance to fail." And like more people just need to feel like the worst thing you can do is tell me no, right? The worst you can do is I go in the interview and I don't get the job, whatever, right?
Mhm.
But not trying and then complaining about being broke to me is like nasty work. Like nasty work.
but you know something? Me doing that job made me realize I don't want no job like that.
Right.
Man, you got to do invoices.
Right.
God,
Everything.
you got you've been managing all these personalities. Oh, good God Almighty! What? Oh,
Mhm.
you gotta watch what you say. And I don't got a filter. Oh, this shit. The
Listen.
best thing they did was rebuild that hospital and phase me out. Boy, I was like, ooh, I don't know how I could take it.
Y'all got it.
Yeah, but
Now,
But was it a paid month for you?
oh man, God, it was a lot of money. It was beautiful.
Mhm.
But at the same time, man,
directors don't get no crumbs.
bro. Yeah, you sure don't get no crumbs, man.
Mhm.
But it's just like what comes with it.
Always on.
What comes
Yeah.
with it. Like, I'm like, man, I gotta keep emailing you, man.
Mhm.
Why you keep emailing me? I don't want to talk to you, man. Can I get some privacy? It's a salary job,
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
bro. So that means you
You don't get no more
you
for
work 24
doing
hours
more.
a day. Like I said, hell no. After that, I was like, man, I don't know want to do this again, bro. Boy, the fox wasn't worth the chase, man. I'm like,
So why do you think people like what are people so afraid of? Do you think it's just rejection? Do you think it's more deeper trauma related for individuals? Like what do you think it is that makes people so hesitant?
confidence
Mm.
or lack thereof.
I don't know about that because I just think people today.
I can't call everybody lazy. I know there's probably some people just lazy or just want to come up with 1,001 excuses,
Mhm.
but it all comes down to confidence.
Today, people are habitual dreamers, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, habitual
Ooh.
dreamers. They don't want to do that because they dream of doing that. You know what I'm saying? They got this idea in my head. Oh, this is going to happen for me. Not putting in the work, nothing like that. They just think somebody's just going to see them and life is just going to change.
Mhm.
That's the thing. Like you when you look at the people that say, you look at the people that you say are that you may think are lazy. Ask them what they want to do. They'll tell you in a minute what they want to do, and they believe it's going to happen. They don't put in it, but they're not putting the work in. They just believe it's just, man,
Like it's going to drop in their lap.
it's just going to come. It's just going to come, man. And then you just we live in the era. You just got to believe. You just got to believe.
I think there's also a generation coming up who
Oh, the YNs and the shiesty mask.
them and but also like I think there's still a generation that's coming up and they're aspiring to be the next influencer.
Mhm.
They think that they're going to make their living on social media. There's no real contributors to the workforce.
I mean, like you can be an influencer, but even that is a lot of work. Like it's easy when you first get your idea for your podcast or whatever you want to do online because the brain is moving.
Right.
When you get a couple months in and them ideas side is fresh and like you realizing how much work really goes into it, like you still got to be consistent. Like when life starts happening, you still got to be consistent. Like, I mean, so you can do that. But I agree with Matic point. Like you got to put the work. Success happens when opportunity meets preparation. You can't just be sitting around waiting for an opportunity to come and not doing the work to kind of like get there. And people are just sitting around waiting for success to knock on their door and be like, hey, you know what I mean?
Because it seems like it's something that worked for others. The thing that worked for you or that worked for me ain't gonna work for you. Ain't gonna work for you.
Which is crazy because there's more information out there now than there's ever been in any point in history. Like anything you want.
Technology.
Like we just talking about Jordan Love before the show, how tall and how much he weigh, and Googled it in 30 seconds and found out how tall. So information is at your fingertips, literally, and people sit around like, oh, I ain't know. How? Do a quick Google search.
Like, technology is at our fingertips.
Like people will believe a post on Instagram from fake pages and bullshit.
Before they believe a credible source. Absolutely.
What bothers me is I just thought about something right here. Is like you said, we're in an information age, right? Now, with us podcasting and stuff like that, we could be more consistent. We could do that.
Absolutely.
We could do that, right? But before we leave, we have enough that could probably last us a month, right? Before we leave, we have enough that probably could last us a month. They don't even turn the camera on. You know what I'm saying? We could do more. Sure, we could do more. We can do a lot more, right? But the dreamers literally do nothing. Do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Do nothing. But I mean, I'm just saying, to know we both, nobody denied we could do more. We could do more to push the brand more. We could do all that. But we in the game. We in the game. There are people out there that can recognize our face. Dreamer, it don't work that way. You know
so that's an important thing to do also. Don't quit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like you might not be as consistent all the time, but like don't quit. Don't stop pushing.
My message to the dreamer is this. Start.
Right.
Just start.
Right.
Simply start.
Start. This channel got over 6,500 subscribers, right? It wouldn't have been that way if we didn't start. We had to start. Start. We know we can improve upon. We know we can make it better. But we got 6,500 more people than y'all got, right? Because y'all didn't even start.
Well, they want their first showing to go viral and have 1 million subscribers. Say first episode when 1 million subscribers.
It don't work that way for everyone.
Right.
Some people take some people take 3 days to jump off and go viral. Some people take 3 years. Some even longer than that. I was recently talking to somebody, I forgot, but they said they've been working at this for 10 years already. I was just like, you've been doing this for 10 years? Huh? And as great as they are, I'm like, your name should be like everywhere.
I agree. I learned the other day that like when you're creating content, your biggest supporter is not going to be your folks.
Fuck no.
Like they not going to be your folks.
It's a hard pill to swallow, and it's something that you must get over.
Like my joint that I used to do by myself was geared towards Black men, mental wellness. My best supporters were Black women. like it would be Black women all up and down my comments. And I'm like, this is not even for y'all. This is for the brothers.
You look at the analytics, and I'm like, my analytics is like, I say a lot of triggering stuff, and I wouldn't think my analytics would reach more women than men. I'm like, this is it. I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know who's watching. And like, you go certain places and people, that's scary. You go places and people recognize you. Like, yeah, I saw you on this podcast and you said, like, man, shorty, I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but go to the show, people be watching. You know what I'm saying? So, you know why they watching? Because I got started. I started. Start. You know what I'm saying? If one person recognized you, how did they recognize you? You started.
Mm-hmm. If you're waiting for it to be perfect, you're going to be waiting the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
If you're waiting on a budget,
Bro,
just use what you got.
Right.
Exactly.
Get what you want. You can take it how you want to. But
I got these stupid ass pearls.
keep them on.
The thing about it is everybody got a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody.
They're giving them out for free. You got an EBT card? They outside of the joint.
Start. That's the main thing. And look, if you want it to sound good, go on Amazon and get the cheap $10 mics that go right here. Use the audio from it. That becomes the audio on your phone, and you can tweak it in CapCut and all that, and it sounds just like this one sound with these good old mics that we got here. You know what I'm saying? It'll sound the same way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, I quit, man.
Let me ask you though,
because it's so easy. Yeah.
Let me ask you though, why do you think you don't get the support from, say, your targeted audience, or your people who are like you, or your family even? Why don't you get the support from the people that you hope for, or like the people that you're targeting? Like why not your family? And I ask this because this has actually came up from one of the places I performed at a few times. It's a bar downtown, and they're like, why are we not, as Black queer people, not supporting this venue? Why do they have to shut down? Why aren't y'all coming out to this? We did this, and it's free cover charge. Like, what's the issue? Why ain't y'all coming out? But y'all hanging over at, I'm going to say it, Woody's, the white ones that don't like you. Anyway, the ones that spitting and slipping shit in your drink, allegedly. That's what the kids were saying. Why do you want to patron?
I ain't part of that.
You never know. Listen, it happens everywhere. But my point is, they're saying, like, why aren't y'all supporting this place that's for us, owned by us, operated by us? Why don't we give or get the support from our intended audiences?
Before we get there, hold on, man. Hold on. That's a whole other level of wicked. What's happening down there in the LG?
The girls is messy, honey.
Give me another reason to say straight, bro.
But I'm saying it can happen anywhere. Bro, but I'm saying,
I can frisk past that. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
you didn't come to Tampa that night.
What is going down there?
I got you something. No, but really, that stuff's not funny.
Man, they slipping peas?
Listen, it's happening. But like I said, like, why do you
get back to your point?
Fool.
I don't know. I feel like it's just a theory. I'm trying to be serious. Man.
Get it out of your mind, you fool. He's got a whole clown show going on in his head right now. I bet you.
Man, no, but this is
a bunch of fur boots, tights, and glitter.
Shut up. Vicious.
A firework distraction, and they're just dropping pills and drinks.
Fizz.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes it's just
Come on, man.
Reese, what's happening? What they got going on?
Reel it in.
You said it.
Anyway, okay. So why do we not
they not spending the drinks at Woody's?
That's what they said.
I'm not here to do this out. It's just saying.
That's what they were saying. Allegedly.
We apologize, bro. You brought it to us.
Why aren't you supporting the people that you're intended, like your audience? Why aren't they coming out? Why aren't they showing up for you?
I think that some of it is, if that's not my lane in general, like if in general, let's say I'm not a guy that will go to bars in general, I might go because of my love for you to just make an exception, but that's not really my scene. That's not really my lane. So
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
But the thing that is your thing, so like if I know you're a reader, you're a motivational speaker and things like that, and I'm having a networking event every month
right
for Black men who are authors and and I don't see you, I don't see people who are writers, Black men who are writers, and I'm not charging. I'm posting, I'm tagging. Y'all still don't show up for something that's meant for us, but yet you'll say in a post later on, oh, we don't stick together. The community don't do this. Black men ain't doing this, You see this shit, but it's like, hey, hello, we've been doing this. We right here. Why aren't the people coming? When you have it, they said if you build it, they will come.
Well, it's because it sounded good. They really not like-minded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be a like-minded folk to do it. You know what I'm saying? If this is what you're about, you're gonna show up for it. Not really about that, bro. It sounded good. It sounded real nice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, people was behind you, like, yeah, that's and you ain't never been in none of them places like that.
Perfect analogy for you. Kobe and Shaq won 3 straight rings together. Kobe started to become better than Shaq at that stage of their respective NBA careers. Kobe started to surpass Shaq. Shaq left. Went to Miami. They stayed together. They won 3 Jones already. He made it a 4th time and lost. Y'all run in the league if y'all stay together. But because Shaq wasn't the guy, he didn't want to be a part of it.
Really?
Yeah. So I think that sometimes it's that, like, yeah, no, I want this stuff to happen, but I want to be Michael Jordan. You know, I want to be LeBron James. I'm not going on this team to be Scottie Pippen. I ain't going on this team to be Rodman, Kerr.
Hey,
I'm Mike.
Kerr was necessary.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Kerr was necessary. All those guys was necessary. But everybody don't want to be Kerr. Some people, like, if I'm involved in this, I got to be Michael Jordan. If I'm in it, I got to be a LeBron James. I got to be AI. I got to be Kobe. I'm not taking no second seat to somebody else. So if it's your thing, it's your thing. You got it.
Not understanding that if you just get in the game, you'll be recognized. just get on the court.
Right.
Get on the court, man. Somebody gonna see you.
Yeah. Steve Kerr, household name.
Exactly.
So ego has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
And some people just
crabs in a barrel.
Some people just good, and some people just good at talking, man. Some people just good at talking. Anything actionable, can't do it, man. That ain't my lane, baby boy. It ain't it.
Damn.
I'm trying not to.
Thanks for that little sports lesson for me. You know, I don't
really.
I ain't know the history.
Wealth of knowledge about sports and video games for anybody watching, so I'll make random references.
I'll tell you about the Tony Awards. You know who won back in 19? No, stop.